welcome. My name is Peter and today we are going to have a quick look to Novum. Novum is an advanced granular synthesizer. Here you can see the waveform of your imported sample. Below you can see the incoming MIDI notes. Novum is fully MPE capable. There are various edit pages. There is a modulation section to the right, and to the left there is a patch browser. You can scroll to find the best patch. You can enter a filter to reduce the selection, and to load, simply drop it here. Use the arrows to skip to the next or previous patch. To import a sample, simply drag and drop it here. For example, here I have a very simple synth sound. We can click on the lock symbols in order to have that sample fixed. Now we can browse through presets and we will hear the preset but with our sample. Here another one. And another one. You see, in this way you can get a lot of variations in very short time. When you import a sample into Novum, it is decomposed into 6 layers. So now you have access and can edit individual layers. For example, here I switch off the hi-hat, but I can also change the timbres that are represented by those colorful dots simply by taking one, for example, from a flute. This sounds like this. Or I keep the timbre, but I change the envelopes. In this way you can combine various elements from various samples to create new sounds that you have never heard before. In Novum, speed and pitch are separated, so I can take this bass line and play it like a melody. This also works great with musical phrases. Here's a little phrase from a trombone. And now I play it back with multiple pitches at the same time. Of course, I can also change the speed of my sample. Here I slow it down, and I can even freeze it to a point. With offset, I can now search for the sweet spot. Okay, this sounds nice. So let's try to make it a little bit more expressive. I add a modulator. Here I take pressure for polyphonic aftertouch. And as offset is currently selected, I can simply dial in the right amount of modulation. Now I can play it with aftertouch. Let's add a little bit of reverb. And let us play a little bit with the filter. But here I would like to have more, not less. This is where Synthify comes in place. So while the filter is taking away overtones, Synthify adds them. It's like an anti-filter. So let's also add some modulation, so frequency by pressure and Synthify by pressure, and this is what we got. So with just a few clicks, we got this expressive hybrid sound from a simple trombone phrase. Here's a different example. You may have heard it before. And now let's apply Synthify. Back to our trombone sound. If we look carefully, we realize that at this sweet spot there's only one layer active. But in Novum this is easy to change. We simply draw in a new envelope. Same for the other layer. The timbre flower offers a lot of spectral variations of the same timbre. You can reduce the amount of detail, make it more organic, or add spectral noise. Here I have imported a sample from a flute. Let's have a look to the grain parameters. We can change the density. We can change the size of the grains. Slower, or faster up to audio rate. With Q we can make it more plucky or reverse. And with jitter we can spread the cloud of grains over the whole range of the sample. In this way you can create beautiful textures. You can also sync the grains to your host tempo. By unlinking a parameter, you can set individual values to each of the layers. Here I'm using this for density. I'm using different values for each of the layers, and so they are playing with different speeds, creating a rhythmic movement. Let's add a bit of reverb and maybe a classical phaser. And let's see what we can do in the filter section. And there is so much more to explore. There are powerful LFOs where you can draw your own waveform, or you can simply drag and drop it from one of the envelopes. You can use step sequencers to create even more intricate rhythmical patterns. And if that is not enough, you can also modulate each of the steps with other modulators. Novum makes it easy and fun to take any sample and create an expressive instrument from it. I hope you will find lots of fun and inspiration while exploring a new sonic universe.